So yesterday I was talking about the signs of gaslighting, how you can recognize it, pay attention to the signs, because we have to be aware of the signs so that we can understand what is going on and not blame ourselves and not take in the negative energy, low vibrational energy, frequency and vibration. What is the abusers? It's not ours. And we're sensitive empaths and highly sensitive beings, earth angels, starseeds, human angels, God's chosen ones. So we have to keep on standing up for ourselves, no matter what. That is what God has intended for us. So now I thought, well, actually yesterday I thought that I would talk about this topic today, that's how to deal with gaslighting. I've been sharing some tips in my videos. Sometimes if you've been watching my videos, I've been sharing tips about how to react to a narcissistic person when they are trying to manipulate and gaslight you again and brainwash you and gain control over you, maintain control over you. I've been sometimes sharing tips about this, but I feel that I want to talk about this more because it is such an important topic. Because again, because we're sensitive, intuitive, we have already suffered enough in our lives, and naturally we can and we should have the wish and the will for it to stop, because that's not happy and healthy, stable life. It's not balanced if you have to be standing up for yourself all the time and enduring bullshit treatment. Because again, you don't deserve that, and it's not right on any level. So it's sick, and sick people do that. And so that is why it creates the battle, the spiritual warfare. And this is a good realization to have and understanding to have about this as well, that when people say that everybody is you pushed out, it has to do with manifesting, law of attraction, which is physics again, because like attracts like. Sometimes, of course, this does not apply when we attract the opposite. So there can be both. And, when we are in charge of our own lives, naturally we have to take responsibility of our own lives, of our own health and well-being, because, again, nobody else can do that for us. So there is help available, of course, but anyway. So it's important to pay attention, to be able to trust yourself when you want to know what is going on, so that you can stay sane. So, because if that person is completely opposite from you, as it can happen, because we can attract those toxic people, no matter how high vibrational we are, that can still happen for one reason or another. Or we can keep attracting our tribe people, the right kind of people, the healthy relationships, who actually uplift and support and encourage us and accept us the way we are. So these are the two options. And keep in mind that those people always act from their own frequency, energy, and vibration, from their points of view, from their visions, their traumas, their issues. It defines so much. I've been talking about this topic in my videos, that childhood trauma destroys relationships, because that is the reality of things. But we are also dealing with spirit world. We are also dealing with demonic entities within these broken people. So if somebody has clearly deceived you in one way or in more ways, multiple ways, wanting to take something from you, something valuable like your health or your children or your money, for example, that you need to pay bills, for example, you know, that person is clearly sent by the devil to destroy you. That is the only plan of the devil and its demons, is to bring you down and destroy you. So be aware when this is happening. And you need to turn to Jesus. You need to pray. So you cannot be blaming yourself, because this is the trap, that you can easily, again, blame yourself, and the old trauma can be coming up again. Even if you thought that you are over the trauma, that you are healed from it, but if something triggers it, if there is somebody who's deceiving you and makes you feel this way, that you're afraid of them, for example, you are uncomfortable, you're feeling uneasy, you feel like you cannot breathe, you feel like you're having panic attacks because of this person, how they're treating you, you know, it is toxic energy. And this person really doesn't have anything to do with you. And you have to remember that it is never wrong if you get angry, if you get triggered as well, if it raises feelings of shame, fear, guilt, PTSD symptoms, panic attacks, stress, whatever this encounter with this toxic, deceiving person raises within you, it is all normal. It is all of you and your beings, your bodies, your mind's reaction to abusive treatments, to toxic, abusive, negative energy. It is your body's and your brain's way to wake you up and to start protecting yourself. And you know, when a person is completely opposite from you, let's say an example that you are a young woman, empath, highly sensitive person, and there is somebody trying to sexually harass you or even sexually assault you in any way, attacking you, you know, making sexual comments about the way you look, for example, and it makes you feel very uncomfortable, very uneasy again. And you try to stand up for yourself against this person, and you get angry, you get triggered, you feel some sort of old shame coming up when you are encountering this person. And again, it seems like they don't hear you. Because if you have had a lot of sexual trauma in your life, like what happened to me, it can make you easily very angry and triggered. And easily, because you are sensitive, you are an empath, HSP, and you know, you are very intuitive. So you really feel that toxic negative energy coming towards you. And this person is trying to put you down and trying to get whatever they want from you, is your attention, whatever it is that they're asking for. And you're trying to set a boundary with them. You're trying to say no. You're trying to say to them, No, you cannot treat me that way. You cannot talk to me like that. I'm not a sexual object. Do you understand me? So you have to, again, be on your own side and remember that you have to and you are allowed to. It's your duty to protect yourself in any way possible, to do what you need to do what your intuition is telling you to do. So it is not in any way wrong how you are feeling and reacting to that. So you have to, again, be compassionate towards yourself and let yourself feel what you feel and say what you say without apology when somebody is undermining you and attacking you in this disrespectful, abusive way. You have a right to be angry and triggered. You have to keep in mind that you are not the one with the real problem here. You are a trauma survivor. You've been a trauma victim. And this person is being very idiotic, very childish, very cruel. Likely they have no information or understanding about you and your life and what you have already gone through in your life. So many men can be hitting on women and flirting with, strangers when you don't know anything about the person. So it is a boundary violation. It is disrespectful. So, those people should always understand that you never know what somebody has already gone through. And again, if they were a mature, a stable, a balanced, a trustworthy, a smart, responsible adult, they would not go around trying to hurt you and undermine you and get you triggered and get you down. So yes, in a way, if you have the wounds and the trauma within you, because like can attract like, so it can be a reason why the law of attraction has brought this person to you. But it is still not okay, and it is not okay that your mental or physical health is being hurt and destroyed in the process when you have already endured enough bullshit. So be compassionate. This is one of the tips. Be compassionate towards yourself. Give yourself the distance and the space to step away from this situation, from this person. Do whatever you need to do to step away, to cut off those energetic cords if you feel like that they have corded you, because this can easily happen. So you have to be aware. You have to call in your own power, energy, and everything back to you, your health back to you. Don't give them any more. So I recommend that you verbalize your boundaries. You can say to them that you cannot treat me this way, or you can straight block them. And if it is some sort of a company or a co-worker even that you're dealing with, I do recommend that you dare to speak up, stand up for yourself and set your honest boundaries, that you demand respect, that you deserve respect. So I do recommend that you verbalize it, not only to that person, even if likely they do not hear you, they do not respect you no matter what you do, but then you say it once. Don't keep on repeating yourself. You say it once to them and you watch what happens, and you take it to some sort of an authority or give feedback. Because again, people come from their own energy their own points of view. So if they are all about their needs, their wants, like for example, an older man hitting on a younger woman, and it makes this younger woman so uncomfortable that she feels very attacked. She feels angry and triggered and offended because she does not have any interest in this older man who is clearly making wrong assumptions about her when he is hitting on her or sexually harassing her. So she is the victim here, and she has the right to feel what she feels, and she has the right to stand up for herself. And this is another trap, you know, that can happen when encountering these kind of toxic people with demonic entities within them, because it is such severe psychological abuse that they usually practice on the victim. So the more the victim gets angry and triggered, they see and they feel like they have this entitlement to call the victim crazy and to make the situation even worse. And this is playing with the victim's mental and maybe even physical health, because these two are always connected, and too much is too much. And of course, the more that you can gather confidence, you're calling your own personal power back that is always yours. You know your worth and value, and you know what you should do. You listen to your intuition, because your intuition, God, your angels, the spiritual support team, they will also try to help you and tell you what you should do. But you should slow down and listen if you want to be open to receiving their messages and their assistance, their help. Because you cannot hear it if your mind is too blocked, if you are, you know, too much focused on the toxic energies. And remember, keep in mind that you can trust yourself. So be working on self-trust, self-care daily. Pray daily. And know that you're being guided and supported and loved. Be calling in those healthy relationships who actually respect you and show that respect to you with their actions, that they don't just say it. Don't trust words anymore. Pay attention to how they treat you, how they make you feel when you are around them. Because you have to start protecting yourself and valuing yourself and your worth and your health. So many people in this in this world can be blinded by ego, the lust for sex and money. And this is the biggest issue with the world when it comes to people. They want power over others. They have sex addictions. They have substance addictions. So they are self-sabotaging all the time, and they are destroying lives in the process. Not only their own. They don't have any respect, no normal manners to give to others. It simply does not happen because they want either money or sex or just power or all of them. Usually it can be all of them. So when you stand up for yourself against these kind of toxic people, when you need to, when they are trying to have power over you, they're trying to take your money, your health, they want sex from you or whatever it is that they want from you. But usually it's power and sex and money, like I said. And these are the common reasons why people kill each other. But it can also be a slow death, like dealing with a narcissistic person. So you deserve so much better than that. I mean, come on. So look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am amazing. I am powerful. I can do anything when I get out of my own way. I can trust God. I can trust myself. I know my value and worth, and I don't give a fuck about these toxic people. So declare to yourself that you are not going to put up with their BS anymore, because you deserve normal treatment, love and care and acceptance. People who support you, encourage you, uplift you, accept you the way you are, who hear you out normally, who understand you, who communicate normally with you without you having to be drained and hurt in the process. So I don't care how many narcissistic bullshit people and beings are in this world. There is a limit to everything. So declare right now. So again, the sooner that you can just detach from them in any way possible, to have your distance, take a breath, step back, tune into God, tune into love, tune into peace, ground yourself. Remind yourself that it is not your problem to deal with. You are not their fixer and healer and parent. You are not responsible for them. They should go to therapy, seek help, and not be projecting their BS onto you or onto anybody else for that matter. That is their responsibility. But because they're so sick, likely they will never do it. But it's not your problem to deal with. So declare yourself to freedom. Because it's always their plot against you to make you feel like you are the crazy one, like you are the one to blame, like you are the responsible one for their issues, whatever it is that they're dealing with. But it is destructive energy. It is too much for a sensitive person to deal with. It's not okay on any levels. So to stay calm, to detach, to ignore them, I think it's important to really be aware and remind yourself of these facts. That it is how it is. It's only their issue to deal with, not yours. Yes, ignore them, detach from them as soon as possible, yes. But of course, in this process, you also need to be facing your thoughts and feelings and emotions and how your body is reacting. So you have to be dealing with those if it happens within you. Of course, the goal is to protect yourself enough that you would not be in any way touched by this energy, by this person. But again, it can easily happen if there just has been too much of this kind of treatment and abuse. So it's important to be on your own side, to understand and give yourself the love and compassion in this situation. And remind yourself that interactions with people, relationships, they are always two-way streets. So if the other one is practicing power and ego and selfishness, immature energy, trying to be right about everything when they are not, when they are narcissistic, they are just coming from their own selfish needs and not considering how the other person might feel and react. So this is again gaslighting, manipulation, brainwash, practicing power over the other person, and it is not acceptable. It is severe psychological abuse again. So, and whether they hear you or not, I mean, that's usually a toxic and narcissistic person who has demonic entities within them. They show their idiotic bullshit energy and behavior by treating you in this toxic way, by trying to abuse you, to have power and control over you, to make you do what they want. So you end up not feeling heard. So it can be possible that they don't hear you at all, but it also can be possible that they did hear you and they did understand you, but they are just pretending not to. What I have come to know, I have mentioned this in my videos and posts before, that usually the case is that when a person is completely in a different vibration, energy, and frequency as you, because they are not as high vibrational as you are naturally. So this creates a block that they simply cannot hear you or understand you in the way that they should, the way that you need them to hear you and understand you, and take responsibility of their own interaction and energy with you when they are dealing with you. So usually this is a big issue, big painful problem that you must pay attention to again, because you have to be aware to protect yourself. If you're not aware, it makes things a lot more difficult to protect yourself and to distance yourself. And I also recommend that you cultivate this queen or king mindset, consciousness within yourself, that you deserve the best, that you actually can manifest and attract and create the best in your life, so that your life becomes what you deserve it to be, what you need, and what belongs to you naturally. So these things can come to you in a very easy and simple way, but all you need to do is be cultivating that mindset and that energy within you, that you actually value yourself and your worth, and you know where you stand in life, you trust yourself, you work on your confidence so that you are confident and you know that your time is valuable and precious. You know what is right and what is wrong, and what is okay with you, what is not okay with you. So you have these firm, strict, healthy boundaries in place. You have your self-care routines in place, because everything empowers you that you can do for yourself to feel calm and stable and balanced and peaceful and safe. Be affirming to yourself, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. I'm attracting healthy relationships. I'm attracting blessings and miracles into my life every day. I have faith, I believe in God, and I pray when I need to. I pray daily. I love myself, I value myself, I know my worth, and I don't have any time for bullshit. And nobody defines me except me and God. And you don't have time to repeat yourself. So if there is another toxic person who clearly makes you repeat yourself after sentence after sentence after sentence, because clearly they either don't hear and understand you, or they just disrespect you simply and they pretend to not to hear you and understand you. So be aware of these things and remind yourself that despite of what is happening, you always have the right to speak up. It's your duty to speak up, to do what you need to keep yourself and your loved ones safe, to protect your peace, your health, your sanity in all of its forms. You are an adult, So nobody gets to tell you what to do. You have to have your firm and strict boundaries because you are sensitive and intuitive, and you can easily take on other people's issues and problems and so on. So it is what can happen, but it's still not okay, and it is still not God's plan for you to be suffering and suffering and suffering because some people act like idiots. So the art of not giving a fuck really helps with this as well. So the more you can cultivate the mindset and the peace that you are on your own side and you ignore them, of course, the better. And like I've said before, toxic people who have demonic entities within them, they can act very confident and very smart, like they are know-it-all, you know, and the king of the hill. But really, the reality is that they are calling themselves out with their toxic and negative destructive behavior that you feel easily because you are a sensitive empath, highly sensitive being, human angel, and you are here to work against these kind of people, these entities. You are here to work with God and Jesus. So keep these in mind. Stay on the right track with God. And remind yourself, if you need to, that you have nothing to be ashamed of. The toxic person has everything to be ashamed of because they are the one with the problems, the issues, the trauma, the toxic energy. They are the one with these demonic entities, not you. So stay in your own lane. Know and be aware. Remind yourself that you don't need to be ashamed of anything. That you are allowed to call them out and curse them out if you feel that you want to. Tell them to fuck off out of your life. Tell them that they have no right to be treating you like that. That they are out. They are immediately out of your life. And you show it to them by blocking them off. They are so full of themselves, of their own friggin' demonic energy, selfish, immature, broken energy, narcissistic. So they think that they are entitled to treating you the way they want to. And if, of course, even more so if they have been raised that way all along, because usually this is what happens with narcissistic people, that they are raised that way. So that is why they act like this. And they are used to being the boss of everything, of everyone. So do tell them to fuck off, that they cannot play with you. You are not the one to be messed with, and God will revenge for you. Remind yourself that you are the smart one. You are the smart, experienced adult here, and you are doing the right thing by standing up for yourself, by speaking up for yourself, by setting those boundaries, by protecting yourself and your loved ones and your home, whatever is yours, because those are your responsibilities, and your health, your feelings, your emotions, everything about you is your responsibility. And it's not worth it to be suffering. So choose empowerment, choose love, choose peace, choose your high vibrations. So when you interact with a new person who does not know anything about you, likely doesn't understand you, and if they are emitting this toxic energy, pay attention to it immediately. Give no mercy. Because as soon as you pick up that this person is coming from this toxic energy, that they're trying to have power over you and deceive you, to manipulate you, gaslight you, brainwash you, control you, be right about everything, and all of that, you sense the ego energy. So trust yourself and be walking away as soon as possible, detaching and ignoring. And if you try to tell them once that you cannot treat me that way, you cannot talk to me like that, and they don't respect that, they get triggered and angry and attack you. And this is usually what happens with a narcissistic person, that they attack you. So feel free to tell them to fuck off. Likely they don't even expect that, because they expect for you to submit to their control. They think that you are so sensitive and kind that you're just going to put up with their bullshit. So feel free to call them out, to have them triggered and angry. Don't be scared of it. Trust God, because you are a lot stronger and wiser than this toxic person. So if you feel that you need more help and support and guidance, do not hesitate to book an hour call with me. If you're interested, we can have weekly calls one-on-one as a video call that we can discuss about, discuss your situation, and I can help you the best way. If I am talking to you one-on-one and hearing you, and you can tell me what it is that you wish to share with me with confidentiality. And also a reminder that my self-help book is on Amazon, or you can always contact me if you're interested in joining my coaching program with solution-based therapy also.